Hi, this is Vishal, and as we are working on the Jetpack ViewPager 2, so this is the second session of the tutorial. And if you watched my previous session in which we have worked with the ViewPager 2 and what's the new implementation with there and the difference between the ViewPager and ViewPager 2, we have discussed all on that. And in an easy way we implemented that the ViewPager 2 and we run that multiple fragments as in a swipe forms. So what's the difference between the ViewPager and ViewPager 2 as if that discussions you must see or watch my previous session. And here, as we discussed on the last time, that's migration of the ViewPager to ViewPager 2. There's a lot of things new in that. That the vertical orientation supports, right to left supports, and also we have to work with the recycler view adapter on that. So fragment state pager adapters we have worked on the last time, and lot of things new in this that makes be easy. So today we have to work on the page adapter is replaced by the Recyclerview dot adapter as it's based on the recycler view. So we have to discuss this part today, how we can implement that. And as we know that if you have a multiple pages and we have to just like a news feeds or the other things, we have to show just same things but as in a pagings form, not on the recycler view form. But I want that seen as in a recycler view multiple data. That means that adapter I needed for such a pages. So for that ViewPager 2 is very good option, and we have to make like this as you see on my screen. That is page 1 and there's descriptions of lot of things, the same page scenario, and page 2 descriptions be there. So that means that's your inner view of the recycler adapter layout, and we have to work like this, and we have to implement this view as in a ViewPager 2. So let's discuss it in Android Studio how we can implement this kind of stuffs in ViewPager 2. That makes apps interactive, and also we can use it animations. That's a lot of attractions on that, and the swipe use with the pages, it works as in a recycler view adapters. That makes good. So let's see on Android Studio. Hi, so let's start in Android Studio. As we have discussed on my previous sessions, then how we can implement that fragment state adapters in which we can use the multiple fragments be inside. And here is the main activity, and you can use the view pager adapters be here, and you can set adapter as a view pager 2, and here we can implement it very easily using the tab layout mediator. So it plays a very good role and easy role to make that tabs. So this is the way you can work on with the tab views, that means multiple fragments. But what happen if I want be that recycler view adapters we have to implement on. So for this, if you have any news feed, as we have done many times, I think you know well how we can implement the Recyclerview adapter. One more time, I'm just showing to you. And but for that, first I have to implement the model. Make any model, just first. And if you have any model, be like news model. So here in this model, if we have our titles and descriptions of the newses, so you can use it or private and string title and private string description. So just two things we need it, just I am to implement to show to you. And for details, if you are a new, you can watch my previous sessions of the recycler views and your Android X recycler view, and lot of stuffs be there, and MVVM approaches how we can implement. Okay, so here you can use both the things, title and description, and say okay. And here this is your public news model. So we have to implement like this, and now we have to go for the adapter for the recycler view adapter. Okay, so for this, if you have a recycler view adapter, we need to implement one more Java class, and you can use it, news view adapter. Just make it like this. Hi, so here making a news view adapter, and here if you go with the class, we have to implement first a view holder. So for that we need a class that is called your news view holder, that extends your view holder, that's called your recycler view holder. Okay, and you can create the item view for the constructor. Okay, so this is the way you can work, and but most important thing is you have to go for the Gradle and check it. This is your recycler view 1.1.0 be there. Okay, for the Android X, and here yeah, so for that we have to go with your layout. So here I have an inner layout in which you have a title and description, nothing else inside the card view. So these are card view, and we have a title and description. Okay, so that I have to show, and for this what to do, you need a text view title comma description. But the best way, as we have done many times, that's called your data binding. So I told you that whenever you work with this, you need a data binding. That's the most important. Okay, and that's your r dot id dot your title text. Okay, and here you can just copy paste it, and you make it as a description, and this is your description. So easy. So I think you are heroes in this adapters, making adapter, and everyone can implement very easily these kind of adapters. So now we have to go with the recycler view uh, dot adapter, and that adapter I need it for the news view holder. Okay, and here you can say alt enter and implement all methods. So that's a good approach of working. Okay, and now we have to go with your now context, and we need a list of data. Okay, for context what we need it, you have to work with the context and context, so easy. And here we need a private, this is your list, and at this I want news model for that. Okay, and alt enter news models. So this is our work of listing, and here you can make a constructor for this context and news models. Okay, so we can pass it from your main activity as we have done many times. Okay, and just on news models, so there be the item count, so your news models dot size, and here we have two things that's called on new create view holder, and that's your bind view holder, so in which we can uh, inflate the layout. Okay, so for this either you can bind it or you can use it as in a very simple manner. So here we have a context, and whenever you work with the context, that means layout inflator, from the context you need a inflate, and I have told many times just like this. And here you can work with your whatever be your layout, that is called your inner. And here we have a parent, and here we have a third parameters be false, three parameters be here. And here you can return your new news view folder with that particular view. Okay, so that's the way we have to work on the new create view folder. And now we have to work with the bind. That means here we can bind all the data. So that means folder dot title dot set text, and there we have our data be your we have news models dot mm, 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 get position dot get. Okay, so here on your news model we have to make our getter setters. So you have to make both the getter setters video. Okay, so here you can get title, that's easy. And now you can copy paste it, and this is your description, and this is your get description. So easy. And sometimes we can achieve some null kind of things. Maybe this kind of issues happen. So whenever you work with, you can say here return news models is equals to null, and that is your question mark, that is your either a 0 colon or your news models dot size. So that means it return something values, that is called your 0. That means no crashing issue be on that time. So that's the way you can work with your simple adapter. Now how to use it in your main activity and how we can implement, that's the way we have to work. Now okay, so in main activity, as we have done last time, we have a fragment state adapter, so no need of today. And we have used these adapters we like. So what to do here, you have to make a array list, that is your news model, news models, and here we have to use adapter, that's called your news view adapter, news view adapter. So simple. And now what to do, you have to hide these things, command that, no need of this because we are using the Recyclerview adapter here. So here this is your news list is equals to your new array list and news models dot add new news model, and this is your title, that's your first news, and here you can put anything. This is the first news feed we are watching. So that's the way, and that means you can use this by the paging system, and depends whatever you need it. Okay, so here second. The basic thing first we have to learn today. Then we'll show you the paging system with this also. Okay, and this is your fourth, and this is your second, third, fourth. Okay, so that's the way. And here on your adapter, what we have a news. Okay, that be okay. And here we have a news view adapter is equals to new news view adapter. So this comma and your news models, simple. And now we have to use this in your view adapter. So what to do here, the most important thing is that's called here, you have to set the layout for this for the view page. So if you are using that here, simply ViewPager2 dot set adapter and your news view adapter, that's easy, but it gives you an error. Okay, on that cases, because of you have your inner view must be matching that your match parents. And for this, what to do, you have to go with your ViewPager2 dot set, that's the most important line, set layout params. Okay, and if you are using the linear layouts or constraints, depends on. And here we have a linear, so you can use it as in a linear layout params. Okay, and here we have a view group, and for the view group, that's we have a dot layout params dot match parent, and the same that's for the width and that's for the height. So that means it matching the parent completely. So once it's done, then I will show you how we can use the animation. So let's see in that is, we have, just a minute, we have an adapter, set adapter, set layout params. Yeah, everything is fine here. Okay, so let see what happened, what be the result for this. Okay, so let's see in Genymotion what happened. Yeah, so you can see that this is the first news feed we are watching, then second news feed we have, third news feed we have, and the fourth one. So you can see it as in a first, second, third view as in a view pager. Okay, so how we can use the animations also, and you know that we can use it as in a vertical. So it depends on which kind of app or which kind of requirement is here. So you can change the orientations as we have done last time. So let's see how we can implement the very simple animation in the view pager also. Okay, so for page transformations, what we needed, you needed a page 2 dot, and you can say set page transform, and this is your new page transform. Okay, so by which we can use this transform of the page, that means when it be a new page load. So here we have a page dot, you have to animate. So first for that, set alpha, and I'm setting the alpha 0.4 f, or you can set it as a 0, so depends which kind of alpha or other transformations you want. Okay, so here you can show that set visibility and visible, and page dot animate dot alpha. Now it's on complete 1.0 f, and for set duration, and this is your page dot get resources dot get integer, and integer in which I'm using at this time Android dot r dot integer class and dot your a short anim time. Okay, so just very simple. And now we have to run this on the Genymotion, and let's see what be the result for that. Okay, so let's see in Genymotion what be the result. So here, this is your first news feed, and this is your animation. You can see that transformation animations be here. So this is the way you can make your apps attractive, and the ViewPager gives or play a good role in it. So that's with the Android X, and there is a lot of features on the Jetpack, and we'll discuss it in my coming sessions, and also we'll describe the things, some new things in the Kotlin. So uh, on my new sessions, till wait for that, and we'll continue with that Jetpack. So thanks so much for the day, and take care of yourself. Thank you so much.